And also, I want you to be reasonable in terms of your estimate. So don't worry, you can be creative in terms of where your source of information is. Now, I think we are almost lunchtime, so shall we do the exercise? And again, you will reverse the team again. So if you were doing classes in the last round, you do the e-learning. If you do the e-learning, you do the classes. And we'll go to lunch at 12:30. So you have some time to actually do all the slides. And this time I want 2 slides, and I want some numbers in terms of your market analysis, and then how are you going to do your marketing. Now you know I can sell to both third world and the rich world for the classes. Now you know I sell to third tier, second tier cities and things. Tell me how you're going to market, how you're going to do marketing.
The growth is really high. I think about Brazil, I think about China, India.
Okay, afternoon. We have identified it based on the figures that we obtained from this room. We have estimated that there will be 27 people in this room, and we have counted as there are 18 people who are wearing glasses. So the figures we obtained is around 70% of people who need to wear glasses. And it's the estimated figures for Hong Kong market. The next different definition is that we'll have divert the market into Japan, and we'll serve the purpose for meeting an emergency, and we also diversify into the federal market of the China. And I want to set our target customer for all age and to all the glasses users. And we found that the price is very reasonable. It only costs US $25, and I think all of the users should be affordable to pay for the glasses. Okay, and I pass to my team.
So about marketing and sales, we have 2 channels. One is B2B, which is business to business. We will post our products to different optical shops in Hong Kong and also internationally. And we will also partner with international relief organizations and NGOs that they would also need our glasses in case they have making emergency kits for their customers. We were also using online platform to do the retail channel to sell our products directly to the end users. And regarding our branding, we will brand our product as environmental friendly, because once you have one pair of it, you can use it for your whole life. And we believe it's also a very flexible product because you can change it every time, anytime when you need to change it. And it's a very trendy product because in the market, we are the exclusive provider, and then if you have it, that means you are a very environmentally friendly person, and also you are working at the very beginning of this new life product. And it's also we will brand it as an emergency necessity because it would be very helpful during emergency situations. And that's it. Thank you very much.
So the $25 case is very, very, well, it's relatively cheap in Japan. But what do you think in the third world? Is that affordable? How do you know?
This is for whole life. When you divide it by whole life.
Okay. What I would challenge is, however, is if people need to pay, in the third world, in an African country, right, they need to pay $25 up front. That may be something that they would choose not to do.
Then you can rent it.
Rent it, or they pay by installment. Maybe. I'm just trying to be creative because I don't think $25 is a problem in Japan, but it can still be a problem in some third world country. So if you have other ways of helping them to pay in a different way, installment, or maybe donations or something, that could work. So do we have another team ready?
First, we have to identify our markets for our products, the classes. And first, the country will be the emerging country like India. And we find that the quantity is very large, and because the market, like those undeveloped countries, they have many population, and the population lies maybe 1 billion. And so the opportunity is very high because this is the GDP and growth and the serious needs for those countries' population.
Right. So for the market competition, it is in a new market and new solution. Because it is the solution that not too new, people are still using glasses, so we define it in between in this line. So it is rather, yeah. Okay. So it is some old combine of old and new products. And besides for the product line, yeah. So there are 3 main features. The first one, it is very low cost, and the second one is adjustable. The third one is you buy one, you can use forever. And for the customer behavior, for the consumer behavior, they have cash and they will trust those distributors. So we have to identify the behavior so that we can penetrate the market with a faster rate. And also, it is an immediate use, so if we can convince them that these 4 things, so we can have the market.
Thank you. As my colleague mentioned, India has, on the broad scale, the emerging market, it's a really, really different market. So it implies different and original way of advertise. Because actually, they don't. The first one that from advertisement we target like the local entrepreneurs, because like my colleague talked about the trust point and the fact that they really need to trust people before like consume. So the local entrepreneurs.
Okay. Is this I don't have that slide.
Oh, okay. You need the last one.
This one.
Oh yeah. So yeah, the word of mouth is really important, and the radio and the local transportation with the banners and any public conventional transport. So as you can see, in terms of now selling channels, so it's the former one, like before. Yeah. How this business model is innovative, because like the local entrepreneurs have actually double functions, actually triple functions. Like they make the survey, we talk about the trust, like they trust people and people trust them, and so they can make really relevant market analysis by talking to the local people in India, and at the same time, as I mentioned, they're also a ways of advertisement, but also a ways of sales. Because the local people in India, when they have cash, the way they consume is really like if they see the product through advertisement channel, they want to buy it now. So it's immediate, like kind of lean consumption. And the other distributor would be like the venues that a lot of people in India like gather, like such as hospitals or like retail stores, markets. And the third sales channel will be the NGOs, because they have some amenities and people go there. So now we invest 2,000 for the market. Yeah.
Basically, why we choose all these three is like, yeah, we basically creating job opportunities. They can be the entrepreneurs.
We don't have that.
Oh, sorry for that. This one, market.
We just talk.
Okay. Basically, yeah. And then for our analysis of the financials, the first is like, we have like around 1 billion people in India. And then GDP below $500 is 500 million. Sorry for the figures though. And then basically we're charging the price as mentioned by it's $25, but we try to make it economical. So we are actually partnering with like WTO to sponsor a coal program, which basically the $10 will be paid by the local Indians, and then the $15 will be paid by WTO, and then it's the program. And then we're estimating the market potential of $5,000 million if you times the figures. And then we estimating because like we just out of 100 people, 1 people would buy. So the people of market penetration is like 1%. So realistically, you would get a market potential of $50 million. And according to McKinsey analysis, one individual of spending is around $60 per year in accessories outside of basic amenities. So you around $60 million. So it's approximate to what we figured out. So yeah, so that's all the conclusion. Thank you.
1 in 500 is 0.2%. 1 in 500 is not 1%. Oh, 2%. We'll pick up things like this.
Okay.
I think one thing I want to say, this is very, very interesting. The fact that they said they want the local entrepreneurs to actually sell your product. Yeah. So in many ways it's interesting because you don't have a distribution network and you want someone to actually who hunger to make money out of this, right? Now, actually there is a case like that where in Norway Telecom, they call it Telenor, Norway Telecom. They actually, when they help some African country to build their mobile phone infrastructure, they also started a side business. It's called the mobile phone lady. So you heard about that, right? So in each villages, because this is still expensive for the whole for everyone to get a mobile phone in Africa, but maybe one village can afford to maybe have one or something like that. And so they empower, this is called a mobile phone lady, to actually own and have a mobile phone. And she runs it as a business. So people in the village who wants to make telephone call will go to her because she's the only one that has a mobile phone. And then they will call some friends in another village or call to the city to do some business or ordering something or rather. And so she will charge some price that is actually dictated by the telephone company and say, okay, you can charge this person so much a minute, and we will charge you the cost of so much a minute. And so she go around the village every day to, that's her business. And that actually becomes very, very successful. Interesting enough, so I think, yeah, but for some reason they said it's going to be a mobile phone lady. They never said it's going to be a mobile phone man. Because they think it's better for a mobile phone lady to go around the village and visit people and ask them whether they can make a phone call. Not a mobile phone man. But I like the idea, empowering some local entrepreneurs to sell your product. Okay, so the next team, this is.
Everyone. The English teaching refers to old market and new solution because English teaching is the old market, and but we employ the native speaker to teach the student refers to the new solution. Also, our target market is the middle class and in the second and third tier cities. We estimate that one family, the income of one family is about 10,000, 1 million, 10,000 a month, and they're willing to pay for $300 or above for employing a native speaker.
In China, the number of second or third tier cities, that's a few hundreds. So we, at the first phase, we only focus on the maybe 300 cities. So assume that the number of target students in each city is around 5. So in total, we have 150,000 target people. So if each one is going to spend 300 per month, then we have 150,000 times 300 equal to 45 millions revenue income. So how we can promote this market? Okay, we think about this because it's not easy to introduce a new concept to second or third city people who live in second or third cities, and we're going to send native speakers to the city, but they are not going to stay there. They go to the local school to promote, to show, to talk to the student in person and let them know that the native speaker will charge the program. The native speakers, they are not going to stay in the city. So that makes people feel confident. And we will also have promotion partners and advertisement partners with athlete schools, and we can offer commissions, maybe say 5 or 10%, and that will attract the school to push the student to go for our program. And that's it. Thank you.
Just some comment. Can I just ask a few questions, right? Okay, you mentioned 300 cities and 500 students in the city. Would you go for a market? Would you go to 300 cities for 500 students, or would you go to 50 cities and go for 3,000 students per city?
That's a much better idea.
Yeah. So in other words, I mean, okay, doing the estimate is fine, but I think it's actually better to do fewer cities, if you may, and then get more students per city to start with, because we don't have the resource, right? You can't go after 300 cities, but you can go after 5 cities and you get 5,000 students from each city, maybe. But by the way, just another point of information. Yes, when you partner with distributor, you have to give them a commission. But in this case, a 5 to 10% would not be sufficient. This is just something I know from the market. You need to give them at least 30 to 45%. I mean, because otherwise it's not worth their while. If you know the economics, I mean, you wouldn't know that, but I'm telling you, the distributor would actually need quite a big margin. Now, this is important because this will affect your business margin. So you have to think about whether you actually have the margin to share with your distributor. But this is just something I know because I look at the figures. I know that how much they need to give away as a margin. But you wouldn't know from this exercise. But thank you. Yeah, I just want to point out. Okay.
Thank you. And we're going to introduce the market analysis of the e-learning platform. So first, we're going to position our target customers. So we have 3 dimensions of positioning. The first dimension is demographic. We're going to define our customer base by their income. So we target those employees in the second or third tier cities, especially more specifically the first tier cities in the coastal provinces, and the second or third tier cities in the first tier cities in the non-coastal provinces. So, and the second is their working conditions. So we're going to target customers in the first to fifth years of working experience. That means they're fresh graduates. They don't have much experience. They want to accumulate their working capital. And the third dimension is the psychographic dimension. And so the target customers will be in a very strong desire to learn foreign languages, to earn a better living, and to be promoted more smoother. So we're going to adopt a guesstimate to estimate our market size. So first, there are in total 0.8 billion people working people in China, and 10% of them are in the working condition of 1 to 5 years, and there are 32% of them in the second to third tier cities in China. That means both in non-coastal and coastal provinces. And we're going to have, we estimate that we're going to share 0.5% of market share in the first year. That means through the promotion with the joint force of telecommunication companies. So the total market target customers in the first year will be around 100,000 people. And we're talking about the market potential, so we're going to estimate the market growth. Market growth, we're targeting an annual growth of 50% in the 2 or 4 years. That is the expanding stage. So, but however, the target, the growth, the original growth of the target market is not that big, because the population growth in China is actually descending. So so the 3% of target customer growth is quite ignorable. So the final annual growth will be around 50% in the 2 or 3 years in the first stage. So to the next slide. So talking about marketing and sales, we're going to use the 4P analysis here. First, the product analysis, and we're going to hire full-time tutors, actually the native speakers of English, to deliver anytime service through the mobile phone. And actually, the second stage will be with the joint force with universities, actually the institutions teaching foreign languages. And we're delivering the packages like learning materials and online learning materials and printed learning materials through the universities. And the third stage will be, actually the third one is the packages delivered to the customers. And so our teammates will talk about the places.
As for the places, we mainly have two aspects. One is we sell our products to the corporates because they want, maybe some companies want to offer professional skills trainings for the employees, so we can sell such kind of the package. And another aspect is for the individual purchases. They can directly buy our products online or through different channels. And we also welcome some person-to-person sales, like you can sell it to your friends and they'll get a certain discount. And as for the price part, because it's in the initial stage, we offer some packaging then to make the total expenditure lower. And even with the lower price, you can enjoy actually the better quality service.
Now let's have a look at the promotional plan. We'll adopt an integrated strategic promotional plan in the promotion of our product. First of all, sorry for the start. First of all, in order to arouse our customers' awareness of our product, we will advertise on the primary media, including print media, broadcast media, as well as internet media. And also, because most of the time the primary media cannot access to all of our audience, so we'll also use supporting media such as transit media. And also we'll use direct marketing such as telemarketing, SMS, and email. We'll send our newsletters to select the list of the audience. And also we'll use sales promotions such as a 30-day free trial. And we'll offer discount in some period. And for the internet and interactive media, we will use the use of social media is accessed. We'll use social media such as Facebook group and YouTube channel. And also we will buy some keyword on search engines such as Yahoo and Google. So when people searching for the English learning, our product will on the top list of the search result. And for the PR part, we will cooperate with China Mobile. And also we'll use the word of mouth promotion. Yeah, that's all for our presentation. Thank you.
What do you think of the promotion plan? Any feedback? What do you think? Promotion plan? Can they do it? Too diverse? Too many? Yeah. Actually, one thing when I look at it, I was like, wow, can you really do all that? And
actually, these are the alternatives we may adopt.
Right. If you were to prioritize, I would think about you're a startup company, you don't have a lot of money. I mean, of course, this sounds like a big company doing their promotion. So if you were to prioritize, which one would you choose? The top two?
I think the short message and the telemarketing will be the first priority because this is the most direct way to approach our customers.
Because your customer is going to use the mobile phone too.
Yes.
So okay, so you choose that one. Yeah. One more. The first one is direct marketing. One more. Which one would you choose?
I guess that should be the internet promotions. Because the social media is fast and it's direct, and the social cost is cheap.
Yeah. So the printing, the TV advertising, probably not yet. But one other thing I thought was quite interesting. Also, go back to the slide. Assuming the 0.5% market, how do you come up with that? 0.5.
Actually, this is a typical practice when you're entering into an industry that is kind of very competitive. Right. Actually, education market is quite competitive in China. Yes. So we're not expecting a huge more than 1% of market share at the beginning. So we're trying to make it as small as possible.
Okay. Now, the reason I want to pick this up is this case has been done in other places, and there's one question people always ask. They said learning English through the mobile phone is not the best way to learn English. True, right? We're not saying we are the best, right? So people always tell us for this case, they said the best way is to have a native teacher teaching one-on-one. And so they think this is not going to apply. So, but what I always tell them is, actually, if you think about the third tier, second tier city, if you think about people who don't want to go to a school at a fixed time, think about those people, how they are actually learning English. There's not a lot of way, and we are addressing that market. But when you actually address that market, people who are in the second tier, third tier, people who are not going to a school, people who don't want to go on a fixed time, fixed location, you are trying to capture 100% of that market, right? So this, I mean, I'm not trying to capture most people here. I mean, all of us, right? We learn English in the class. We see a teacher, of course, right? But that's 99% of the market. We are the 100% of the 1%. But the 100% of the 1% in China is huge. I don't want to be the 0.00001% of the 99% market. So anyway, that's why I mean, there's no particular reason. I mean, 0.5 is a good estimate. You still show a significant number of people. That's fine. But I just want to expand on that. And you know, if you're looking at a niche market and you can capture 100% of the niche market, it's still better than a fraction of the bigger market, right? That's still, they tell me all the time this is not the best way to learn English. It's not the best way to learn English, but that's fine. But anyway, so lunch break, 1 hour.
I'll
Thousands of people come here to